Hey YouTube, it's David Hamilton. Sorry I've been slacking. I was doing good about getting you all the videos, and then I got lazy. But I guess the most important part you guys want to know about is how to heat the racks. I use a 4-inch heat tape or flex wire. You could also use like heat cord, heat cable. I just like this because it's it's just thicker and it's really thin for the tub to go over. I mean, it's like paper thin, if you can see that. It's paper thin, so maybe you can't see that, huh? Okay. I get them in rolls, either 10 feet or like 20, 25 feet at a time from thebeanfarm.com. You're also, if you're going to do it this way, you're going to need electrical tape. The way I do it is I buy these clips, like 100 at a time from the Bean Farm, and I'll take them out and show you. You'll need 2 per shelving unit. So you got 2 little clips there, and I'll show you what to do with those. Okay, I do 2 different ways to wire it. I buy this from the Bean Farm. It's an already stripped wire, and they've soldered the ends. And then it's just a regular plug. Or what you could also do is you can do it yourself. You know, get an extension cord with a plug, and then just kind of cut off this little box, strip the wires yourself, and that's going to work. I'll get more on that later. You're going to need some kind of crimping tool for those little connectors that I use. And you're going to need scissors to cut the heat tape. Now when you cut heat tape, what you'll notice on the bottom is more of like the dull side. You got a really dark side on top and kind of a more like fainted side. You're going to see like it's black right here, and then it goes to kind of a space. Whenever you cut heat tape, you want to get in those spaces. You don't want to cut through the black. You want to use those little spaces. Sometimes it's not the most convenient, but it's what you do. Okay, so to start this, the best thing to do it this way is you pull these wires apart. Take your crimping tool. I'll kind of lodge this in. I don't tighten it though yet. I just kind of have it in there. And okay, so I stick a wire in there. I don't go over the protective coating. I just go right at the end there. And then I crimp down as hard as I can. You want to make sure to really crimp down. Okay? Then after that, you do the same thing with the other wire. You just stick it in there, and you crimp it down as hard as you can. Okay, I use a screwdriver to release the crimp. So that's what I'm doing with the screwdriver. Okay, what you do next? Oh, okay, well when you're at this point, what you can do, I guess I should mention this. You could wire heat tape. There's 2 ways I like to use. You could just do an individual cord or plug-in for each shelf that you do. Like this is going to be for my hatchling shelf. You know, it's going to be 4 little like 6 or 9 quart tubs. You can do an individual plug for each shelf, or what you could also do, you can do the plug for the first shelf like this. Then what you do is you buy extension cord like this, you take off the plug and then the outlet or whatever you want to call it, and you actually cut certain strips of wire and you strip them, and so you'll have the plug into the first one, and then at the same time into that same area you're going to have another piece of cord that's going to go down to the next shelf. And I'm also going to I'll do a video of that probably in a couple weeks when I do that, so I can show you guys what I do there. But for this one I'm just going to show you the basic. Each shelf has a cord. If you want to do the just one cord for the entire rack and I don't have the video up yet, send me an email or a personal message and I'll kind of walk you through it if you want me to. Okay, but for this, so what you do, these are the little crimps. You want to have it on the metal part, that little shiny part. You don't want to get it on the black. So, and they have a little like space in there. So you kind of just get in the space, you fold down. Okay. Sorry about all the movement. Okay, then you take your little crimper and you just crimp down really hard. And I mean, you'll hear the little teeth on the little thing go into the flex watt. Okay, so there we go. That's on there nice and snug. That's making the connection. Okay, then you just do the same thing with the other side. Kind of get it down on there. Okay. And I usually do 2 crimps per little adapter just to make sure I got a nice solid connection. And one thing you could also do for this, if you don't want to use these little connectors, you could actually like take a knife or something, or even like a soldering iron. You can kind of either scratch away the protective plastic over the metal at these little sides, or you could melt it away, and then you could use a soldering iron and just do the bare cord to the metal. Me, I just view this as a safer way to do it. Okay, so once you got those connectors on there, you're gonna take just regular electric tape. Fingers aren't working now that I'm shooting a video, right? Okay, just gonna take a little amount. I cut it because whenever I tear it, it just looks all deformed. Okay, so you're gonna just kind of place over. You want to place over the entire connector and the wire up to the insulation. So I do that. And I do this because these are live when you have them plugged in. And if you touch that, you're gonna get zapped. And I don't know how that feels, but I'm just pretty sure I wouldn't be happy. So, and this is cheap. I mean, come on, this stuff's cheap as hell. Okay, then I just take another strip and I do the other side just to protect it. And I kind of like close over. Okay. And that just is to protect everyone. I mean, you don't want a little kid to end up coming to your house or something and they, you know little kids, they'll just touch anything. They touch that without any protection on it and they get zapped. You don't want that. Okay, another thing is at the ends here, these are live also at the very end. So I take more electrical tape. And I just basically go right at the end and I just flip over, and so I have those ends taped off. And then everything's sealed, which is good. Okay guys, and like I said, you'll notice there's kind of like, this is like the dull underside and this is the side that you want up. It's like the really dark black side. Okay. Now keep the camera down there. I'm looking for tape to show you guys how I tape down the heat tape. And of course when I need it, I can't find it. You guys can see how prepared I am. Okay, well, I'll use a different type of tape to just demonstrate. And I really lost that stuff. Love that we're still shooting and I'm just talking. Okay, whatever. This is little painter's tape. I use aluminum foil tape to tape down the heat tape onto the shelving unit. It's like a silver kind of looking thing. So I take off strips of tape. Okay, well what I do is I put this on the shelving unit, pretend this is like the back of the shelving unit. I put it about right there. So it's about, you're almost looking at 6 inches. Unless it's on a hatchling rack, then I put it at the very back. But if it's on like an adult rack or a sub-adult rack, I put it about 6 inches from the back. And I put it on the shelf that it sits on, so the tub's gonna go right over. I know some people put it on the back, just straight down. I like to have it so they have belly heat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tear a little tape. I'll just demonstrate by doing this. And I first start with the end with the connectors, and I put the tape over this to really tape it down. Then after this part's taped down, I kind of pull to make sure it's even. And when you put down the tape, you could put it down over the little metal part and the clear plastic part, but do not get it on the black. It will prevent the heat from getting to the tubs. Okay, and I'll do strips like here, then I'll have a space like that, then I'll do another tape strip, then I'll do a space like that, then another tape strip. And I'll do it on the front side and on the back side. Okay, and then after that, then I'll also tape down this little edge right here. Then once you do that, I mean, you're home free. Plug this into any kind of thermostat. I'm a big supporter of the Herpstat ND model. And you're golden. Set the temperature. You really don't want to set it past really like 93, 94. When I first got the snakes, I had the heat tape set for like 102. And that's because when I would like measure the heat on top of the paper, it showed at like 87. But then I realized when the snakes are laying on it, it actually gets a lot hotter because they're laying against the tub, which this is against the tub. So, I mean, you honestly keep the temp at about 94 below, I'll say, and you're going to be safe. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm probably going to do another flex swap video to show you guys how to do another way. So you just have one plug instead of a plug for the... You know, so you'll have one plug for the whole rack instead of one plug for each shelf. I'll do that video probably in a week. And I'll show you guys... Oh, actually, show that. This is my new adult rack. I didn't really show you guys the ending. It's all... There's heat tape and everything. And, I don't know. I like it. I hope you guys like the videos. If you did like the videos, make sure to give them thumbs up. I appreciate it. It really does keep me motivated to post videos on time. Okay, guys, any questions, let me know. I'll shoot a video. I'm out.